think you can look at a lot of the people that have come from here, success they've had both in business and politics, and it's been proven, that we've got something that's kind of magical about a small state of Arkansas.
In a life dedicated to his family and his farm, Stanley E. Reed also managed to serve his fellow farmers of Arkansas, his state, his country, and the world. Many forces pulled at him: the pull of practicing law, the pull of public service. But the biggest pull, the one that always had a hold on him and the one that won out, was the pull to be a dirt under his fingernails farmer.
But cotton, all the work was done by hand. We chopped the cotton by hand, we picked it by hand.
The traits that served Reed well throughout his life were instilled in him from the time he was very young. He was always genuine, someone everyone could believe and trust.
Those values stuck with me, through my whole life, and even when I was growing up, I always was encouraged to do the best that I could do. Don't ever be satisfied with doing your second best.
Born August 1st, 1951 in Milan, Tennessee, Reed grew up in Marianna, where his father farmed about 300 acres. Reed was salutatorian when he graduated from high school in Marianna in 1969. He went to the University of Arkansas, where he earned a Bachelor of Science in Agricultural Engineering. While an undergraduate, Reed was president of Sigma Alpha Epsilon Fraternity, president of the Interfraternity Council, president of Cardinal 20 Honorary Society, and a member of Blue Key Honor Society. Reed married Charlene Berner, also a University of Arkansas graduate, on June 16, 1973.
Charlene, she's the glue that holds everything together. There's no question about that.
He graduated from the University of Arkansas School of Law with highest honors in 1976. That same year, Reed scored the highest grade on the Arkansas bar exam. He and Charlene moved back to Marianna, where he established a one-man law practice, but the pull of farming was strong once he was back home. In 1978, he rented farmland in Mississippi with his father and started scaling back his law practice.
I have no regrets that I didn't practice law. A lot of people thought, well, you're going to regret it, because you're not practicing law, and I've never looked back on that decision.
Always looking for an opportunity closer to home, Reed rented land in St. Francis County, Arkansas in 1986 and began expanding, eventually farming 8,000 to 10,000 acres. His involvement with Arkansas Farm Bureau began around that time, too.
I saw that Farm Bureau was an important organization to represent an industry that I'd given my life to, that I expected to be involved in the rest of my life, and we needed someone to be that spokesperson, and I saw that Farm Bureau could make a difference.
Throughout his time in Farm Bureau leadership roles, Reed saw changes sweep through agriculture and used his engineering, law, and public service skills to help fellow farmers. He worked tirelessly promoting agriculture, rural Arkansas, and farm families. He understood the need to improve trade relations with foreign markets for Arkansas agricultural products, leading agricultural missions to 9 countries.
Part of our mission at Farm Bureau is to disseminate information about the importance of agriculture and the importance of farm families to our economy and to our culture. And because I think so many people don't realize where their food comes from, they think it comes from the grocery store. They don't realize it has a genesis back on somebody's farm.
The Reed Farm is now a 5,500-acre operation engaged in the production of cotton and soybeans in Lee and St. Francis counties in Arkansas. The Reed family was named Lee County Farm Family of the Year in 1984, and Reed was inducted into the Arkansas Agriculture Hall of Fame in March 2012.
It's still controlled by farm families, just like ours. We're farming 5,000 acres instead of 500, but we're still a family farm.
Though his professional life focused on farming, Reed never lost his love for education and public service through education. Governor Mike Huckabee appointed Reed to the University of Arkansas Board of Trustees, where he served from 1998 to 2008. He was chairman for his final 2 years on the board. Reed was a co-chairman of the University of Arkansas Campaign for the 21st Century and served on the University of Arkansas Agricultural Engineering Advisory Board. He was honored in 2005 with a Distinguished Alumni Award from the College of Engineering.
The university tentacles reached all parts of the state, and how important higher education, access to higher education was for the future of our state. And I saw that going on in the community colleges and providing educational opportunities for people who wouldn't have had it, had that community college not been their campus.
He was chairman of the University of Arkansas for Medical Sciences College of Medicine Advisory Board. UAMS established the Stanley E. Reed Memorial Chair in Emergency Medicine, Trauma, and Injury Prevention. Arkansas Farm Bureau set up the Stanley Reed Leadership Award, which is presented to a young adult in the organization who demonstrates the type of leadership qualities Reed demonstrated during his life.
I think you've got to pursue your passion. You're not going to be success or really be fulfilled in life.
Also active in community affairs, Reed was a member of the First Baptist Church of Marianna, where he served as a deacon and was a youth and adult Sunday school teacher for more than 20 years.
During all this time, we were very active in our church, and our kids were born and during that time, and just all kind of church programs, and we had them in the church the same way I was in the church growing up, except Charlene and I were there together with them. And that played a pivotal role that you could focus on the important things of life. It wasn't just about the farm. We weren't so focused that that's all of our goals. We had family goals, spiritual goals, raising our children, being involved with them. It's very fulfilling from that standpoint.
As a state and business leader, Reed served on many boards and committees throughout the state. He was a charter member of the Arkansas Academy of Biological and Agricultural Engineering and served on the Arkansas Soybean Promotion Board, the State Support Committee for Cotton Research, and was a past alternate board member of Cotton Incorporated.
You got to go where your heart tells you to go. And so that's always been been my guiding light through the years, and you got to trust your heart.
Through it all, Reed's family played a key role in his farming and his life. By his side throughout the years of running the farm was his wife Charlene. Their daughter Haley is a part-time teacher in Little Rock and is married to Andy Davis. They have 3 children, Anna Kate, Jack, and Haven. Their son Nathan currently operates the family farm. He and his wife Kristen have twins, Jane Ann and Eldon, and a new baby girl, Catherine Ruth. Their youngest daughter Anna recently moved to South Carolina from Rwanda and works for an international nonprofit agency. She previously worked at the Arkansas Children's Hospital in Little Rock.
We'll see where life takes us. If God calls me home today, I'm ready to go. I've lived a fulfilling life, and I know where my final resting place is. I have confidence, and I believe God's word, and I know God has a place prepared for me, and if He calls me today, I'm ready.